Hey guys, it's Dylan again, back with the last piece of the puzzle. This is another momentum style indicator, similar to the RSI and the MACD. I win more trades by using this oscillator in conjunction with vision than I would say the MACD and RSI. If you come up here to your indicator search tab, type in STOCH, it'll pop up, and you want to make sure it's the built-in stochastic. Alright, let's make it a little bigger. Just two things I want to go over, and then I'll shrink it back down and I'll show you how I use it. Okay, what I'm looking for here is the blue line to cross over the orange line for a long position. Okay, we're looking for a long position when the blue line is crossed over the orange line to the top side of it. And for a short position, we're looking for the blue line to go underneath the orange line. Okay, so keep that in mind. For a long position, we're looking for the stochastic to be all the way cycled down, similar to the RSI. It doesn't have to be a specific number, but somewhere in the bottom out of this blue range. You see this blue range kind of in here. It kind of runs back and forth. You want this stochastic to be below that blue range for a long position, and for a short position you want it to be above that blue range. Now in between, this is why you want it to be outside of those ranges. It can get a little choppy in here sometimes. So to keep ourselves safe, we look for it to be outside of the range. And to help deal with some of this chop sometimes, if you don't mind flipping back and forth, you can flip over to the Heikin-Ashi side and it'll kind of smooth up a lot of this stuff for you. Okay, I'm just going to draw in a couple of rectangle boxes here. We're going to color this one red because we're looking for short positions up here. And we'll color this one green because we're looking for long positions when it is down there. So again, as this comes down here and starts to die off and starts to pick back up, this is basically telling us that the selling pressure, selling momentum of the sellers is dying off. Okay, and as it comes back up here, it's telling us that the long pressure, the buying pressure, is dying off and it's starting to lose momentum and die back down. So as this move here is moving downward, okay, the selling pressure is dying off, obviously, very slowly. People are taking profits. Less and less people want to short it because it has already moved a good bit. And so we're going to be looking to get a long position as this starts to come down here into our green zone. Again, use trend lines, use other types of confirmations. And if everything lines up for you, you can take a long position. Our blue line crossed over the orange line. We were in our green zone out of that middle range where it kind of likes to get choppy. And we had a couple nice green bars set up here. We would have been pretty safe to get into a position there. So that's basically it. That's the stochastic wrapped up and how I use it. But if we'll go ahead and maybe add in the MACD here. It kind of scrunched the chart, so sorry about that. But if you haven't watched the MACD video yet, it was part 2 or episode 2. We released it a couple weeks back. Go ahead and watch that so you understand how I use the MACD indicator. And then maybe we'll flip on vision. So we got kind of 3 confirmations here. Okay, so this is some good stuff. We've seen here that our stochastic was in our green buy zone. We've seen here that the red MACD bars were turning light red. And the MACD line and the signal line started to get a little closer, like it was going to pinch together. And of course, we get a nice bull signal here. I'm using the scalper mode or version of vision, as you all probably already guessed. That's kind of like where I like to live and stay, is the scalper mode. We got a nice bear signal here. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. We had just come out of our sell zone on the stochastic indicator, and the MACD line had crossed below the signal line. Dark green bars going to light green bars here, and then finally flipped red right there where our bear signal was. And so you had all these things that lined up for you. That would have been a great short position. And this is how I trade back and forth. Man, I don't want to say it because, you know, with certain market conditions, you know, you're never going to be getting 100% profitable trades every time. You know, we always lose 1 or 2 here and there. But this is a great set of indicators combined with vision to really up your game and up the profitability. Let's look at some more here. This one, I can't tell you I would have taken it because the stochastic wasn't in our green buy zone. Um, you know what would have been maybe a factor of buying here was the dark red had started to turn light red here, and the MACD. I would have definitely waited for the MACD line to pinch together there and cross over the signal and start growing some green MACD bars. You know, probably once I got one or two green uh, bullish candles there, I probably would have got in there for a little scalp. I definitely would have been in there very long. And definitely when I seen the stochastic lines up here start to pinch together and lay over, that's where I would have exited. You can see over here we got a bull signal kind of poking in. Stochastic was low here, but not really in our buy zone. Stochastic here, though, was in our sell zone and sharply crossed under. That's a massive wick on that candle. Sharply crossed under the orange line there and started to lay it back down. And then our MACD lines crossed here. We went from dark green to light green into the red area. So definitely some good positions in here. Again, don't use this as your only indicator. But if there's another video you guys want to see, go ahead and comment below. Make sure you like this video. Wow, look at that big green bar popping up there on Bitcoin. Nice bull signal on it. Wow, I didn't notice that we were almost at 60,000 on Bitcoin. Let's go. All right, guys, we'll see you in the next video.